2018 was an awesome year for video games, but 2019 might just give it a run for its money. And while we've already seen the release of some hot, highly anticipated titles this year, March is promising to be an even bigger month for gamers everywhere. For better or worse, Dead or Alive has a reputation for focusing more on scantily clad babes than actual fighting. With Dead or Alive 6, that's changing. Developer Team Ninja promises that the latest iteration of its one-on-one brawler will be less about the jiggle and more about real anatomy. In Dead or Alive 6, characters will look like they've been through a real harrowing battle. They'll even sweat and bruise, no matter how ridiculous their costumes are. We're excited to see if this new realism-focused approach pays off when Dead or Alive 6 arrives on March 1st. It promises to be quite the experiment.
Alright then, let us begin the experiment.
ToeJam and Earl may not have had the same long-term staying power as other early 90s mascots, thank two mediocre sequels for that, but in many ways the Sega Genesis original was years ahead of its time. ToeJam and Earl's procedurally generated levels and randomly distributed loot evoked Rogue almost 2 decades before roguelikes conquered the indie scene. Tomatoes, the game's sole weapon type, could only be acquired as a random power-up, emphasizing exploration over combat. ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove should be an authentic ToeJam and Earl experience.
I just hope people recognize us now that we're all high def or whatnot.
The game was developed by series creator Greg Johnson's company, Human Nature Studios, and was funded by hardcore fans to the tune of $500,000. If you're too young to remember ToeJam and Earl, that should be all the encouragement you need to check this out. And for the rest of us, Back in the Groove is one blast from the past that shouldn't be missed.
Hey, tough guy. That'll keep him, but not for long. Soldier Boy said city's gone to hell and back, taken over by the underworld. Not just here, but everywhere.
And with that, Devil May Cry goes back to the basics. Unlike Ninja Theory's DMC Devil May Cry, which rebooted everything, Devil May Cry 5 is a true sequel that follows the events of Devil May Cry 4, and there are a bunch of good reasons for fans of Capcom's hack-and-slash adventure series to get excited. For one, the game stars Nero, Devil May Cry 4's lead, as well as Dante, the hero who kicked everything off, and a third character named V. For another, Nero now cruises around in a van, from which he runs a demon-hunting operation with help from a new mechanical hand. That's just plain badass, baby. Best of all though, Devil May Cry 5 is coming a lot sooner than expected, March 8th. At launch, Ubisoft's The Division got some things right and many things wrong. Over time, however, it's evolved from a flawed but promising title into a fine multiplayer shooter. Hopefully, Ubisoft was taking notes. Tom Clancy's The Division 2 launches on March 15th, 2019, and from all indications, it'll be bigger, better, and more polished than its predecessor in practically every way. Not only will The Division 2 bring back the tense player versus player Dark Zone, but this time around it's also got raids and free expansions too. More specifics are still scarce, but Ubisoft clearly learned some lessons during The Division's first outing. Consider this your second chance, Ubisoft. And yes, we're willing to forgive that cringy scripted multiplayer demo. Yikes.
You should have a new side mission on the map.
Yeah, we're not that far.
Okay, do it after the crash site? Sounds good.
Frogware's moody adventure game The Sinking City relies heavily on the works of the Cthulhu daddy himself, cosmic horror pioneer H.P. Lovecraft. The odd and unsettling city of Oakdale has been left partially underwater after a battle between all-powerful gods. Frogware's adventure takes place in the 1920s timeline to boot, which echoes the era in which Lovecraft wrote his best-known works. It's the way the game plays with mysteries and how it forces regular people, like you, to become supernatural investigators that makes it exciting.
I took a look around your apartment, Joy. It's not good. Your neighbors, they're dead, and let's just say it was not natural causes.
As you search for clues and try to unravel Oakdale's many secrets, you won't find any predefined waypoints or a quest log that tells you where to go next. All you've got is the evidence and your own intuition to guide you. It's all up to you. In The Sinking City, that means that how you solve cases affects their outcome. So get ready for surprises. This is a horror game after all. Prepare for things to get weird as hell on March 21st. Dark Souls transformed From Software into a household name, but don't expect Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice to follow in those games' footsteps. For its ninja-heavy action game, From is doing something different. Oh, Sekiro will still be challenging, but this time, combat will be based less on pattern recognition and more on experimentation. In Sekiro, there are multiple ways to take down foes. Stealth plays a major role, online interactions are gone, and you'll be able to resurrect your character on the fly.
And I love that it's a really good combination. You can go stealthy, you can sort of go in guns blazing, but you really got to figure out what your plan of attack is going to be.
Basically, Sekiro takes a mindset that spawned Dark Souls and Bloodborne and mixes things up just enough to be hella intriguing. Judging by Sekiro's E3 trailer, the game blends the old with the new, and we can't wait to try it for ourselves when it arrives on March 22nd. Mario's Green Pal made it to the Nintendo Switch a few times in 2018 as part of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's massive roster, as well as Super Mario Party and Mario Tennis Aces. For 2019, however, he's getting his own solo outing with Yoshi's Crafted World.
Along the way... Wait, what? You can play the course backwards? Guess a change in outlook really can show you a whole different side of the world.
It's going to be hard to wait because Yoshi looks freaking adorable. See, Yoshi is set in a world where everything is handcrafted, meaning that each stage has two sides, the colorful exteriors and the cardboard and paper cutouts that make everything work behind the scenes. As you play the game, you'll get to explore both. It's just as charming as it sounds. Of course, this is Yoshi we're talking about. Charming is just what the little dinosaur does. You'll be able to see that for yourself on March 29th. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more SVG videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.